Virgo, and welcome back to my channel. This is going to be your 12/12 portal and new moon reading for the month of December. So we have a 12/12 portal starting tomorrow, December 12th. We also have a new moon on December 12th. Mercury will be going into retrograde on December 13th. We have the winter solstice on December 21st, which talks about new beginnings. And that energy from all of those occurrences goes from 12/12 until 12/30. And keep in mind, after that, we are moving into a new season, a new year, new cycle with 2024 upon us. Okay, let's see what message the Spirit has for you. Ooh, there we go. All right, so you have the Ten of Wands with the Seven of Pentacles. The Ten of Wands talks about, it can be burdensome energy. It could be taken on too much right now. It's one time and not reaching out and asking your spirit guides for help, asking other people for help. So this talks about reaching out to spirit to ask for help, for people to help lighten your load. And then when we're looking at the Seven of Pentacles, the Seven of Pentacles talks about time and efforts that are well invested, but taking time to be patient and waiting for the harvest, okay? So this card reads, the Ten of Pentacles reads, ask your angels for helpful people to lighten your load, working too many hours, trying too hard to please others. So as you're moving into this new moon energy, this 12/12 portal energy, this time is about taking inventory of your past and all that you've experienced up until this point, and focusing on what moves you forward, what aligns with who you are and who you are becoming in this new cycle, in this new season of your life. The Seven of Pentacles says you have invested wisely, have patience and wait for the harvest. Review your progress and make plans for the next endeavor. And I think this goes with this Ten of Wands to tell you that even though you're taking on all of these tasks, it's like you're in work overload. Spirit is saying, take the time out. And like I said, take inventory, because that is what this season and this new portal is even about. Taking time out to review what is on your plate and seeing what aligns and what doesn't, so that you know what to release and what to actually, and this card is talking about asking others for help, what to actually release to other people. And then, like I said, this Seven of Pentacles talks about taking a pause to reflect on what is necessary for you to carry, what burden is necessary for you to carry, and what burden is necessary for you to pass on to somebody else. Then you got the Queen of Swords here. The Queen of Swords talks about somebody who has gone through experiences, and they can look back over the past and they can look at it from a humorous point of view. Whereas even though they were going through challenging situations, they might not have felt good and they might not have saw the humor in that situation then, but they see it now. This aligns with, like I said, exactly what this 12/12 portal represents. Taking inventory. 12/12 in numerology is talking about a time of expansion, review, spiritual activation. It's talking about a time to heal, the time to go within and take introspect, to recenter, to realign, and to prepare to be guided or shifted into a more positive place on our journey. So when you're looking at this Queen of Swords, this energy here, like I said, she's using that sword to cut out what is not necessary on her journey moving forward. What have you learned so far? Now, if you're somebody who's in this energy of taking on too much and trying to please others by doing all of this, that is something you need to be taking inventory of. How can I do what balances me out, what keeps me centered, what keeps me grounded, but does not cause me to be in this burdensome energy? And how do you do that? You reach out, you reach up to the divine realm, and you ask for the guidance that you need. So this card says you know exactly what to do, the benefit of experience, a time for career rather than relationships. Like I said, you've gone through the challenges, you've gone through these experiences. What have you learned from them? That is all. When we're talking about moving into the new year, this is all that is. The new moon is always about taking a compassionate, gracious review of the past and giving gratitude for those experiences and actually identifying those lessons that we have learned along the way. And that is exactly what this Queen of Swords does. She is brilliant, self-reliant, insightful, and humorous. Now, as she was going, like I said, she was going through the challenges. She didn't see the humor in them then. But like I said, as you look back over your life, Virgo, what are you learning? What makes you better? Because as you're moving into from new moon energy to full moon energy, you need to be releasing what doesn't serve you. As you're moving through this 12-12 portal and you're taking introspect, you need to be releasing what doesn't serve you. As you're moving into this new year, 2024, you release what does not serve you. All right? You glean those lessons and you carry the lesson forward. Okay, so then you have the Knight of Swords, which talks about quick moving energy. Time to move quickly, choose logic over emotions, sudden changes. And I think, too, the choosing logic over emotion, if you're taking on all this energy, especially specifically because this card talks about trying hard to please others, if you're in this people-pleasing energy, you're going to have to start using that head over rather than heart. And then it's a fire sign card. So you're passionate about what you're doing. And you're passionate about helping people and making people happy and all this stuff. But it shouldn't be to the detriment of yourself. It shouldn't be to the point where you're in this 10 of Wands energy. You're taking it on by yourself. Spirit's like, no, that's not how you do that. So as you're moving forward, you got to find the balance in what you're doing and why you're actually doing it. If there are other people that can carry the load, let them carry the load. But this is time for you. This portal is also a time for expansion and growth. So that's what Spirit is trying to do. But Spirit can't do that if you keep adding to your plate things that don't have anything to do with you. When there are plenty of people that surround you who can take on that load. And then you have new opportunity. You got a lot of sword energy here, Virgo. A lot of sword energy. You got the Ace of Swords. New idea. Okay? A wonderful new idea. Don't allow bumps in the road to hinder your progress. Clear up communication problems with others. And that fell right under this 10 of Wands here. So the burden could be that you need to be clearly communicating to other people what they can do. And that can be delegation. And this 10 of Wands is here and this Ace of Swords is falling up under it. And it's talking about clearing up communication. And the person who delivers communication with the swords, they to the point. That's what this Queen of Swords represents. She's like to the point. No chaser. That's what this energy is. So get out of this people-pleasing space and know when to say what you need to say and delegate this task to these tasks and all this other stuff. And it doesn't even have to be, this is not even work-related. I mean, if you're taking on burdens from your family and friends and all that stuff, Spirit's like, no. Set those boundaries. And communicate them clearly and firmly so that you open yourself up to have, when you talk about a new idea and progress moving forward, so you can create this avenue for you to experience new things. You can't do that if you're bogged down taking on stress and worry and situations that are not yours to bear. Burdens that are not yours to bear. Divine guidance, yes. Divine guidance. Asking spirits how to move you forward. What do I need to communicate? How do I communicate what I'm supposed to communicate? Because this here is talking about you needing to communicate something. And then you got a lot of sword energy, which is logic, mind space. So Spirit is here to guide you to search for meaning in life. Consider an alternative approach. Surround yourself with wise teachers and friends. And if we're looking at that, especially if it's talking about surrounding yourself with wise teachers and friends, that may be you looking at some of the people in your circle that are causing you these burdens. How do you release? Like I said, as you're moving into the new moon, these new cycles, what are you letting go of? Because you don't want to go into the new year in that energy, in that space. With all these, because usually when you see this card, it's this person with all these wands on their back, kind of hunched over trying to carry this load that they aren't meant to carry. So, and this Hierophant card can also speak to looking at new ways versus old ways of doing things. So when you have a wonderful new idea with this Ace of Swords here, I think it's telling you a new way to how you present yourself, how you interact with people, what boundaries you set, how you carry those boundaries out. Because you could be a loving, compassionate person. To be doing this, trying to please people, you got to be. So, and that's fine. Nobody says to compromise that, but you have to be more firm so that you still are open to receiving all of the great things in life you were meant to receive for your hard work and for what you do. So you have the Knight of Wands here, which talks about pursuing something that you're passionate about. So time to take action, great passion for a cause, instinctively knowing what to do. And this fell right under this Queen of Swords. And this also says you know exactly what to do. The benefits of experience. So if this is an opportunity to grow in a business situation, because I don't see anything about love or romance out here. So I don't see any cups or anything that even relates to love out here. But if this is personal growth, because it could be personal development too. Or it could be something that is an opportunity, an idea to move forward that's being presented to you. Spirit is telling you to have confidence here. It's almost like you don't believe that you can do this. Because like I said, this sword energy is mind space. It's what you are thinking. But you are cut out for whatever this is. You have what it takes to make whatever this is a success. Because you already, like you said, you invested your time wisely. Review your progress and make plans for the next endeavor. Spirit is like, yeah, take inventory. Take inventory on how, and then this 7 of Pentacles, you have this divine guidance that fell right up under it. So you need to seek Spirit about how to move forward and how to be forward thinking and how you're going to carry this out. And like I said, when it comes to these burdensome situations or burdensome people, okay, how do I deliver the truth? Because sometimes when you don't have the, this is about, you got to communicate. It's about communication. And you got a lot of fast moving energy here. So it's almost like time is of the essence. You don't have time to be BSing around and not saying what you need to say. It's almost like Spirit is saying, say what you need to say. Say what you need to say. Because if you stay in this energy, this burden-bearing energy, whatever new ideas and new endeavors that come to you, you're going to still be in that energy. And you do not want to move into 12/12 or 2024, the new moon, this new portal, in that energy. Because you are creating more of the same. You are setting the foundation of this to perpetuate in your new year, in your new season, in your new cycle. So this, you got too many cards out here about communication. So I think, and I'm getting that energy of say what you need to say. That's what I keep hearing, say what you need to say. Don't beat around the bush. If there are things that need to be delegated, find a way to do it with tact, but be firm in your stance on what you're going to allow into your life and what you're not. Like I said, that's family, that's friends, that's work, that's co-workers, whatever that is. Stop taking on people's burdens. They do not belong to you. Those are their burdens to bear. You have your whole life ahead of you, your whole life to live. Whole other experiences that you're supposed to be experiencing, but you can't do that because you're bearing everybody else's burdens. So you have the 8 of Wands, which fell right under the Knight of Swords, which is no more fast-moving energy. And it says, a great deal of activity, sudden and immediate results, important communication. So you got a lot of cards out here about communication. So this could be communication coming to you about this new idea or new endeavor or new opportunities. Or this could be you needing to really start to have communication with people so that you're opening yourself up to be able to receive some different experiences here. And that's what I'm getting from this. I think that you are supposed to be communicating something to someone. And Spirit is like, get to it already. Don't keep dragging your heels on it, but get to it. Okay? And then you have the 5 of Cups. Everything happens for a reason. Release regret and embrace the opportunities for happiness. Search for the silver lining. And this falls under this 10 of Wands. And this Ace of Swords, which says clear up communication problems with others. This card, the 5 of Cups, is usually somebody crying over spilled milk, looking over the past. But you have 3 cups spilled on the ground, 2 cups behind you, being extended by Spirit as opportunities for new things. I think this is telling you to stand in your power, Virgo. Literally say what you need to say. Do what you need to do. And don't feel bad about it. Don't have no regrets because somebody don't want to be your friend. Family don't want to deal with you after the fact or whatever the case is. Because Spirit's like, okay, you don't have time to cry over that. You got other opportunities coming. But like I said, this 10 of Wands is followed by this 7 of Pentacles saying that you've invested wisely. So even if you mean well, and I know you do, by trying to help people, but never to the detriment of yourself. So when Spirit says you've invested wisely, when you're giving from your heart and you're doing things from your heart to help people who need the help, but people take advantage of you and they just keep dumping on you and dumping on you, Spirit's like, okay, now it's time to step in because we have gifts and blessings that we want to bestow upon you, but you're not going to be able to get that if you don't know how to put your foot down and say, okay, yeah, no, I can't keep taking on your burdens. That's not my issue. That's not my problem. I can't do it. You don't have to say it that way, but you can be firm but fair in what you say. But Spirit's like, no, it's time out for this. You have to stop, because the more you, like a friend of mine used to say, the more you do, the more you gonna do. So it's like, no. And if you keep doing things that are not yours, they're not your responsibility, they're not your burdens, then what happens to the life that you're actually meant to live? You don't get to experience those experiences because you're so busy trying to be the savior for everybody else. So Spirit is saying, whenever you say what you need to say to whoever you need to say it to, everybody's not going to be happy with it. But you don't need to live in regret. You don't need to be worried about what they say or what they think or how they feel towards you after the fact. Because we all know when you're somebody who overgives and you finally put your foot down, people don't like it. They think you acting brand new or you switching up. Who cares? Spirit's like, look for the silver lining. Look for the reason why we're telling you to stand up like this and speak up for yourself, because you're going to probably be put in a position where you have to be that person anyway. They're trying to call you to something else in your life so that you can have these better experiences and so you can be a stronger person as you experience them. You got the World card coming full circle. So this goes back to, like I said, we got that winter solstice on 12/21. It talks about new beginnings. The new moon talks about new beginnings. Going into the new year talks about new beginnings. So you have the World card, which talks about coming full circle. So Spirit is like, when you do what you need to do, when you take inventory about how you're going to handle people moving forward, what boundaries you're going to set, how you're going to enforce them boundaries moving forward. Spirit's like, everybody is not going to be happy, but you don't need to be worried or fretting about it. Learn what you need to learn. Say what you need to say. And be open, because there are new opportunities for happiness that are coming for you. And then you have this World card that says a very happy ending, coming full circle, spiritual growth and insight. And this card falls right under this Hierophant card. So Spirit is going to be guiding you. This divine guidance card, this World card falls right under that. So Spirit is like, we're guiding you on this path. We're guiding you to people who support you. We're guiding you to people who are better suited for you because they understand equal give and take, and that's how they interact with you. And they don't add these burdens to you. So as you're moving through this new cycle and you're learning and you're being grateful, that's the whole point of this. Not to look back and regret and blaming people for holding your life up or whatever the case may be. But Spirit is saying you look back with an attitude of compassion and kindness and gratitude. Give thanks for what you experienced and what you learned. How you were able to be a blessing to others, how people were able to be a blessing to you, but not a burden. A blessing, not a burden. Okay? All right, let's see what else Spirit has for you. Let me tell you something. Wish fulfillment. When you release these burdens, this is a card. This is a cups. This is the only, well, you got this 5 of cups here. So you went from the 5 of cups progression, coming full circle to the 9 of cups. Wish fulfillment, emotional fulfillment too. Because as long as you're sitting here trying to help everybody, you're going to be in this energy of, should I stay, should I go? If they're going to be mad because I don't say no, if I say no to this or that. Spirit's like, let that go. Release it, give gratitude, set your boundaries, say what you need to say, because this is a life that's waiting on you. Free from burdens that don't belong to you. Okay? So it says, make a wish, dreams become reality, a joyful time of life. So Spirit is telling you, as you are moving forward, you are coming full circle. And like I said, some of y'all, you might not be in this energy just yet and having these experiences just yet. But as you are doing the work to release yourself from who and what does not serve you, you will have these experiences. The doors for those opportunities will be opened up, but you have to let go. In order for new beginnings to happen, a door has to close. A cycle has to end. A season has to end. Seasons change. Cycles close. People, you're going to have to release some people. Especially if you're somebody who wants people to give you the support that you give them. Let's take both of these, okay? So in order for Spirit to bring that in, you have to let some stuff go. You have to let some people go. You got the Empress here, and you got the Queen of Cups. So to me, this goes back to that coming full circle. You got the Queen. So the Empress embodies all the queens, right? So you already had the Queen of Swords out here. She's somebody who's learned from her experiences, and she set those boundaries. She knows, okay, I learned what I learned. you know, from these experiences, from overextending myself. So if I've learned those lessons, now I'm going to take inventory and I'm going to be more mindful about what lessons, what tasks, what burdens I take on. And I'm going to let people know. Because the Queen of Cups don't have no problem communicating what she got to say. She's going to let people know, okay, yeah, no, that's not going to work for me. I won't be able to do that. Maybe this is a better solution for you. That is that communication, that clearing up communication problems the Spirit is talking about. Being able to delegate that stuff where it properly goes. Redirect people. You know? So when you have the Queen of Swords out here, then you have this Queen of Cups. Let me tell you about the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is a giver. That's why I said I know you're a giving person with a kind heart. So if you don't have water or air in your chart, you may be dealing, you may just be operating in this energy. You don't even have to be dealing with people like this. You may just be operating in this energy. And some of y'all, this burdensome stuff may be somebody who's dealing with all of this and they keep calling you, telling you about it and trying to get help from you, holding you up. You know, so when you think about the Queen of Cups, and then there's a new moon depicted on this card too. It says, follow your heart, a love of home and family, trustworthy psychic information. I think this goes back to that spiritual growth and insight, and then it's guidance from divine source, from spirit. They're going to, like, I used to tell people, I used to pray, and I used to be like, well, God, because I'm the overgiver. I can be an overgiver, but I learned how not to do that. Trust me, I'm Queen of Swords all day right now. But I had to start asking God, teach me and guide my giving. How do I give in a way that is balanced? How am I more mindful to whom I'm giving and why I'm giving? What I give, to whom I give, and why I give. One thing about the Queen of Cups is her cup is the only cup that has a cover on it. So when you look at all these other cups in the deck, especially under the water signs, all those cups are open. Hers is usually the only cup that has a lid on it. And I tell people, you cannot give from a cup that is half full. You definitely can't give from one that's half empty. You can't give from one that is half full. And you technically should not be giving from a cup that is full. You should only be giving from the overflow. Anything that flows over, that lid that she has on, everything on, when that cup has a lid on it, everything in that cup is reserved for her. All the way up to the top. Anything that spills over is what her excess is that she can give to other people without the detriment of herself. So when you look at this card, look at all that water around her. She has all that water around her. She has spiritual guidance right there. And then she has a book of wisdom and knowledge in her lap. When you know better, you do better. That's what I'm hearing. So as you're getting this spiritual guidance and wisdom on, and then like I said, with this 7 of Wands here, it talks about planting seeds. What you give, to whom you give, why you give. You do not want to keep pouring into the void that is some people. Giving your, what is that scripture, casting out your pearls before swine? That talks about you just over giving without being intentional to who you're giving and why you're giving. And you're giving and pouring into people, places, and things that can't give you a return on your investment. So this says about you having invested wisely. So now how do I apply that lesson moving forward? And then, like I said, you have the Empress out here. The Empress talks about an abundant person. A person that can make their seeds grow. You invested wisely here with this 7 of Pentacles. You're going to reap the harvest. But you have to take this journey to standing in your personal power and releasing things that are not yours to carry. Releasing who and what does not serve you. All right? So if you're going to invest in people, places, and things, what serves you? What gives you a better return on the investment that you are investing? If I'm investing my time, who's giving me that in return? Like I said, people in situations that create reciprocity, equal give and take. Okay? Time to act upon your plans. Creativity is rewarded, luxurious, and abundant resources. So whatever new idea or anything that you are looking to embark on, Spirit, it's like you have the energy, you have the divine support to move forward and to be a success. But you have to learn when to release burdens to people and then ask people for help. Especially if this is talking about something business related. Spirit is like, no, you need to learn how to ask people for help. How to delegate tasks so that you're not the one carrying the burden. You got the 5 of Pentacles. The 5 of Pentacles is out in the cold energy. And this 5 of Pentacles is another card that speaks to asking Spirit for help. It literally is. It talks about somebody who is self-employed, who may be having a hard time. and things are not going the way that they thought they should have gone. But Spirit is like, we're right here to help you. You just need to reach out and ask us for help. That's exactly what this 10 of Wands says too. So it's, and then sometimes I read this 5 of Pentacles as kind of self-loathing energy, like woe is me type energy. You need to go through your current challenges alone. Help is nearby. Negative thoughts create self-fulfilling prophecies. So Spirit is like, we're right here with you. And then that goes back to this 5 of Cups as well. Like when it talks about this negative thoughts create self-fulfilling prophecies. I don't see anything out here that indicates that you're in your head in a negative way. The only thing I see that may represent that is your emotional space when you have to tell people no. And letting people go. Walking away from people and things that don't serve you, even if it is friends or family or people that you love. Creating more harsh and established or solid boundaries. And not feeling regretful about that. Because sometimes we can think that if I say no to somebody, they're going to treat me wrong or take it the wrong way or something. And sometimes you may be in that energy and that's not even what the outcome is going to be. You know, so that's why I think this too speaks about that self-fulfilling prophecies in the way that we think. So it's like, no, say what you need to say. Because it looks like whatever it is you're not saying, once you say it, the outcome is not going to be what you think it is. All this stuff is positive energy here. It's nothing negative except the fact that you carrying stuff that you shouldn't be carrying. It's just like, no, it's okay for you to say no. That is what this is telling you. It is okay for you to say no. It's okay for you to release some of this as you move forward. Lighten your load moving forward because you have so much, you have more opportunities coming that you need to experience. More experiences that you need to experience. But you need to stop saying yes to everything. You definitely don't need to be no people pleaser. And then you got this 3 of Swords. Release the past. You will grow from this situation. Time heals all wounds. So this fell right under this 5 of Pentacles. And I think this could go 2 ways. I think that if you say no, if you follow all this instruction and say what you need to say, create those boundaries, cut those cords, move on, learn what you need to learn. All of this positive stuff comes in, the tide turns and all this stuff. But when you don't do that, you stay in this stuck space. And it's just more burden to me. Because this 5 of Pentacles to me with this 3 of Swords, it reads the same as that. The energy feels the same as this 10 of Wands. So that's why I said, this message is twofold. Spirit is like, however you move forward, you're in control of that. This Empress, you can manifest whatever you want. You literally can. But Spirit is saying, how you move forward in this new cycle is up to you. It's all on you. You do not have to stay in that energy. You do not have to keep saying yes to people. You do not have to keep taking on burdens that are not yours to bear. Okay? Now you had 3 cards that came out in the pre-shuffle, so I'll tell you what those cards are. Well, this one from this deck is the Wheel of Fortune. So you have the World card and you have the Wheel of Fortune, which just means the wheel is turning in your favor. So like I said, if there is something in someone you are supposed to be releasing, and sometimes it's your mindset. Your mindset about how you help people, about how you extend yourself to help people. So if that's the case, the Spirit is like, when you make the decision to do what is right, what serves your highest and best good, what puts you in a better position and keeps you out of this stress. Because sometimes the 10 of Wands can talk about illness due to stress, like health issues due to being stressed out. So Spirit is like, get out of that energy. Because it doesn't serve you. Nothing about the 10 of Wands serves you well. It just doesn't. But the wheel turns in your favor when you make the right decision. When you choose you. Queen of Cups. When you choose you, you put the lid on that cup. I'm going to do what's best for me first. I'll make sure I'm good first. And whatever I have extra that I can give, if I can give, then I'll extend that beyond myself to somebody else who may be but not to the detriment of yourself. I'm telling you, don't keep doing it. So you got the Wheel of Fortune. It's a time of positive change. Your situation suddenly moves forward. Fortune is on your side. So you got the forward movement here. That's a positive 10. You know, so you have forward movement. I just think these burdens are keeping you stuck. And it may be something you're trying to pursue to get off the ground. It could be relationship wise, but I don't see anything out here that reads that. But it could just be personal, business, personal, spiritual growth, whatever that is. And you feel like you're stuck and can't move past where you are, but it's because these burdens you're carrying. So they could be physical burdens, they could be an emotional burden, they could be mental burdens. As I said, as we're in this cycle, this is a cycle about releasing, taking inventory of what has served us well, and releasing what does not. That is the whole point of this. And then you have the Hermit. Yeah, that's about going within. Somebody who takes a step back, and somebody who kind of takes a step back from other people. Sometimes it could be a person that kind of goes into seclusion almost to take inventory of themselves. This is what you should be doing right now anyway. Separating yourself from people and situations and things that hold you back so that you can take inventory of your mental space, your emotional space, where you want to see yourself growing and going as you move forward. That is what the Hermit represents. Spend time in quiet meditation, spiritual teaching, and self-discovery. And that goes back to this Hierophant here, that divine guidance card. Because Spirit is like, we're here to guide you forward. So you've got the movement forward. The wheel is turned in your favor. You come full circle. Spirit is like, now you have to look at this stuff from a different, which is why all this swords is out here. Looking at this stuff from a different perspective. And you have the Hierophant and the Hermit out here, to me, looking at it from a much higher perspective in a spiritual sense. All right, let's see what else we got. Thank you, Archangel, Spirit Guides. And then you have the Knight of Wands. You had this out here twice. Moving on. That is what this is. Passionate pursuits for what you love. Moving on. This is what Spirit is talking about with this Knight of Wands. Put some fire under you and get going. Passionate, adventurous, self-assured, and restless. A sudden event that needs immediate attention. Time is of the essence. Think things through carefully, which is why you are going in this Hermit mode. Time is of the essence. It's just like, say what you're going to say so you can do what you're being called to do. You don't have time to be stuck in energy that doesn't serve you. Dealing with people who don't serve you. Even if that energy is being created in your own mind with this self-fulfilling prophecies with this Five of Pentacles here. And then you have the Ace of Cups. So you got the Nine of Cups out here for emotional fulfillment, wish fulfillment. And then you have a new emotional experience with the Ace of Cups. Okay? It says falling in love or the resurgence of a relationship, spiritual growth, and enhanced intuition, a new home. I think this talks a lot about spiritual growth and that enhanced intuition. You got too many cards here about going within. With this Hermit here and this Hierophant and all that stuff. And then you had this one that also, the World card talks about spiritual growth and insight too. So I think Spirit is giving you what you need to move forward into this new cycle. The type of energy that you need to adopt to keep yourself in a balanced and whole space. So that when all of these new opportunities, even if it is in love, new opportunities, new ideas start to present themselves to you, you won't be burdened by them and start to, because I'm telling you now, if you're taking on big loads now, you're going to make that load heavier and heavier because you don't know how to say no. You don't know how to delegate. You don't know how to take on what is yours to bear and what is not. So Spirit is like, no, you got to be able to, we're going to give you the wisdom you need to be able to discern what is meant for you to carry and what is meant for you to release, especially going into this new season, this new year. Thank you, Archangel Ancestors. We're going to take a couple more cards and then I will get some clarifiers. Thank you, Archangel Ancestors, Spirits, and Guides. You got the Four of Wands, celebration. Now, this falls under that Ace of Cups, under that new emotional experience. So this could be a new opportunity for love coming in for some of y'all. Contentment, peace, and abundance, a happy home life, the successful completion of a project. All right. So maybe it's something that you're working on that's kind of got you all up in the air and you frustrated or whatever. But Spirit is like, it's okay. It's going to come to a successful end and you'll have something to celebrate in the process. And then that's what your emotional fulfillment is. Being done with it. Coming to a completion. Then you got the Knight of Swords again. Intelligent, decisive, idealistic, and tireless. You had another card, which was this one, that talked about being restless here. And that was the Knight of Wands. It says events that occur with great speed, Take time to carefully review your options, creative solutions. So yeah, whatever this project or whatever this is supposed to be successful, like I said, Spirit is guiding you to the answers, to the solutions that you need to make that happen. Okay? All right, let's get some more cards. Let me see what this is. Oh, you got the Ace of Wands. So you got the Ace of Swords, the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Wands. An exciting new opportunity, career advancement, a change your life now. So Spirit's like they're putting that ball in your court to make the changes that you need to make so that you can successfully move forward. But like I said, that comes from releasing burdens, whether they're self-imposed or they're occurring outside of you. All right, count your blessings. Let's see what this one's talking about. This goes back to what I was talking about what this cycle and this season is for. Taking inventory, because if you can see, this person is doing, like I said, giving gratitude for what you have experienced thus far. If this is a project or whatever this is, communication, connection, relationship with something that has caused you to be in a burdensome state, still sit down and journal and say, okay, what did I learn from this situation? What did it teach me about myself and the experiences that I got from it, and why am I grateful for those experiences? It says, thank you, universe and angels, for the blessings in my life. You're going to have more than enough blessings to give gratitude for, because the door is opening for you to be able to have that. You just have to clear the path so that those things can come in. And when they come in, you have the opportunity to enjoy them because you're not bogged down handling business that's not yours to handle. Okay, so I'm going to read this. It says, as you count your blessings, you become a magnet to even more blessings. When you draw this card, the angels are encouraging you to see blessings in your current situation. It's important you keep yourself focused and aligned with loving experiences in your life, as this will lead you safely to the next step. Take some time to see the amazing things in your life. The angels aren't calling you ungrateful, but they want you to realize what you have in your life. It's important to focus on what you have rather than what you don't have, because it will help you stay present, focused, and open to the abundance of support that is there for you right now. Start writing down your blessings and give thanks to the Creator for them. That is all this season is talking about. As we're moving into this new moon energy and all that stuff, that's exactly what it talks about. Giving gratitude for the lessons and the experiences that we have had thus far. This was another card that you had that came out in the pre-show. It talks about power and intention. So that's what I feel like. Like I said, Spirit is trying to get you to step into your power. I feel like as I'm doing this reading, I feel like this is somebody who, you know what you want. You just need to be more firm, and you need to assert more. You need to be more assertive. That's all this sounds like. You need to be more assertive because you have all of this stuff coming to you. And like I said, you may be somebody with all these good ideas and good intentions and stuff, but you need to be able to, like I said, the Queen of Swords and this sword energy, it's delivering the truth without tact. Like, it's like I'm getting straight to the point. This is what I know. Clearly communicating what your needs are. Clearly communicating that. And firmly communicating that. So I think Spirit is trying to get you to stand in this personal power that you have, that you don't even realize that you embody. With this Queen of Swords out here and this Empress out here. And the good thing is you're balanced, and you got the Queen of Swords and you have the Queen of Cups here. So that's that heart, head over heart. So Spirit is like, it's okay to want to do stuff for people and be a loving person. God, Spirit's not telling you to change who you are. It's telling you to balance that, which is exactly what we just read. It's about balancing the two out. When to make a decision from the head space and when to make them from the heart space. And when we need to look at both of them in a balanced way and decide what is best for everybody involved. That is all this is saying. So Spirit is trying to wake you up to the personal power that you possess, so you can stand firm in that. And you can deliver whatever truth you need to live. You need to communicate clearly about what your vision in love and relationships and business is. And how you allow people to connect with you. Okay? Let's get some healing energy oracles for you. Let's get about 3. Maybe one more. Well, you got 2 more here. All right, let's see what these say. All right, the first one you got is peace. Peace, peace, peace. It says, I am unwavering in the face of fear. I come to my senses and embrace challenge. I am determined to think with gentle and calm. with gentleness and calm. I find inner silence and become a manifestation of peace. That is what this hermit talks about, this going within. And then this is purple, so I think that represents the crown chakra. But that's about going within, connecting with spirit, connecting with yourself, realizing who you are and what you're capable of. Then you have goodness. I overcome my imperfections, polish my character, and feed on the positive. Thus, I free myself, allow my goodness to manifest and become a source of joy. Through gentleness, I offer unconditional support, understanding, love to myself and others. I feel like you are already, and this is green, so that's the heart chakra. You're already in that space, and this is going right under this Queen of Cups. This is exactly like who you are already. I think this is just a confirmation of who you are, but like I said, Spirit is telling you to balance that. Balance that, the way that you give, the way that you love, the way that you support, so that it's not where you're overexerting yourself. And then you got another one that's a heart chakra energy, open to the universe. I'm discovering my worth and my abilities. I have confidence in my value and my potential. I reclaim my inner power. I accept and love myself completely. Thus, I am open to the divine light of the universe. That's what I said. Spirit is trying to wake you up to who you actually are. You ain't this soft-spoken, yes, sir, people-pleasing person. Spirit's like, there's more to you than that. There's a powerful version of you dying to get out, child, because that's what I keep picking up on. It's like Spirit's like, no, you have the power in you to grow and make things happen. I feel like you do make things happen. I just think people don't see how much you take on and how much you actually do to get this stuff to happen. But you're going to have to learn how to tap in and ask Spirit for more help in accomplishing some of these things in your life. And then you have joy. Like a child, I discovered joy in the simplicity of life. Happiness lies in magical moments, not in the material. Even the smallest joy is a great source of light. So even with the pentacles, you have a couple of pentacle cards out here, but you don't have like the 10 of pentacles or nothing like that. You have stuff that brings you joy. So the 9 of cups and stuff, the 9 of cups, the ace of cups, that stuff is like emotional fulfillment. It gives you joy. So Spirit is like, whatever you're doing, you're going to be passionate about it. It's going to be something that it aligns with who you are. Because I don't see this all over the place type energy here. I feel like you're a focused person. You know what you want. And you can get things done because things seem to be manifesting from what this is saying. It is just a matter of you taking on too much. And like I said, you can have a soft heart too, which is what people probably are taking advantage of, and that's why you are in this burdensome energy. So, yeah, Spirit just reminding you as you're on this course and you are making things happen in your life and you working towards your goals and stuff, Spirit is saying also take time to have fun, to enjoy this journey as you are experiencing it. All right, let's get the Soul Truth card for you and see what comes out. Thank you for your answer, Spirit guys. What messages do you have for my wonderful Virgos as they are going into this new moon energy and this 12-12 portal? What do they need to know? Virgo, let me tell you something. Do you? This card says, do I surround myself with people who lift me up? So like I said, if people are taking, and they're not giving back, it's not equal give and take. I don't care what kind of dynamic it is. Friendship, relationship, partnership, put it where it go. Business. If they are not giving equally, they ain't giving as much as they taking. This season of reciprocity for you. You're looking for people who can give and take, equal give and take here. So, the people with whom we surround ourselves determine who we become. Does your tribe fill you up? Do they inspire you? Do they believe in you? Do they help you step into your greatest potential? Or are these people just riding your coattail because you seem to be somebody who gets stuff done and who can be successful and who can manifest success? Because that's here. You don't even have to have pentacles out here to know that you're in that energy, but I can tell with this, like I said, with this 3 of swords, this 5 of pentacles, this 10 of wands, that issue is getting old. You have to bear the burden and do all the work while everybody else is coming around to reap the benefits. No. Spirit says, make a desire list of the type of people with whom you wish to surround yourself. and clarify if there is anyone in your life who no longer serves you. Can you love them from a distance? What did I say? Didn't I say this is about you setting boundaries, saying what you need to say? That's all the confirmation you need. So as you're taking inventory, moving through this new cycle, this new moon and all this stuff, and here's the thing. When Mercury's in retrograde, that's all about communication. So people going to come back where you're going to have to set them straight. You're going to have to say what you need to say. Do not BS. Do not beat around the bush. Don't be timid. Say what you need to say. Especially if maybe somebody you need to tell no. To keep asking you for crap. Asking you for help. Pulling you on your coattail for this and that. No. And you know it's getting on your nerves. Spirit's like, no. You don't have to say what you need to say. Tell them no. In the most loving way that you can. You know? That's exactly what this is talking about. So as you're taking inventory and you're making that list and giving gratitude, sit down. I'm telling every sign, sit down, journal from 12/12 to 1/1 to January the 1st. One thing a day that I have learned over the course of this year. What have I learned this year? What lesson? What have I experienced? One experience. If it's this burdensome family member, job, overloading you, husband, wife, children, friends, whatever. What have I learned? What was the experience? What did I learn from the experience? And why am I grateful that I learned that lesson? One thing every day. And read it and do that going into the new year. And then, like I said, like this card is saying, who is for you? Because you still going into from the new moon into that full moon and going into the new year. This is about letting stuff go. Releasing what does not serve you. So if what you're learning, if you're thinking about these lessons, okay, on my way, okay, now it's time to let this person go, let this friend go, let this family member go, because they're not contributing to who I've become. Look at who you've become over the course of this year. Have you become a better person? Or hell, are you the burden here? Are you the burden? Because if you are, then this is an indication you know you need to stop being a burden to people because you have it in you to do, be, and give everything you're asking them for. Okay? So take a honest inventory. Look at yourself through the eyes of compassion and kindness now. But be realistic about what you're taking inventory, what you're discovering about yourself. Because you have a card here that talks about self-discovery too. It's this one. That's what they're going within. That Hermit card talked about self-discovery. So as you take that time to step away, and that don't have to be for a whole season or until the new year. It could be a certain time of the day, every day up until that point. Take an hour where you just get quiet, turn your phone off, turn the TV off, don't be bothering nobody, and take that inventory. Go within. Okay? This says surrender obsessive thinking. If you're obsessing about a person or situation, turn the dilemma over to spirit. Doing so will help you bring clarity and even solve the problem. Here we go again. I don't know who is being a burden to y'all, because that's what this sounds like. There is somebody. Now, I always say a situation or, a thought. So this just sounds like I said, this goes with that 10 of Wands. This sounds like there is somebody that you are dealing with that gets under your freaking skin and you don't know how to tell them they do. So Spirit is telling you, hey, that's what that Hermit energy is from. That's what this Hierophant is for. Spirit's like, we got your back. Because the Hierophant says divine guidance. This card says turn that over to Spirit. So Spirit's like, release it to us. We got you. We'll give you the words to say. We'll guide this situation so that it works out in your favor, because it's working out in your favor anyway. It's literally working out in your favor. You just got to, like I said, asking for help. Spirit, you got that 10 of Wands out here that talks about asking for help. 5 of Pentacles, you're talking about asking for help. And then this 3 of Swords is always angel depicted with the person with the that's going through the heartache and the heartbreak and whatever this burden is doing to you. The energy that it's putting you in. And Spirit is like, no, we got you. Even when you don't ask for help, Spirit's like, we here helping anyway. But now you have to, as you're spiritually evolving and growing and expanding and realizing who you are and what you're capable of and your connectedness to divine source, ask for that help. They're going to come through for you every single time, baby. Every time. Okay, we did this. So I'm going to do your spirit animal, and I'm going to do one of these divine beloved prayers at the end for yours, okay? So the spirit animal you had was aspire to higher knowledge and wisdom. This goes back to spiritual evolution and this divine connectedness. And Virgos, y'all are usually very kind of analytical, smart people, honey. You always going higher. You always looking for a way to increase or become better. to gain more. So Spirit's like, no, keep doing that. Stay in that energy. And then when you think about giraffes, I think about gentle giants. They're tall, they're majestic, they're big in stature, but they're gentle giants. They're quiet. So I think this is a really good fit for y'all. I'm going to read this out of the book. It talks about aspiring to higher knowledge and wisdom. And I think when you look at this Hierophant, it talks about higher, it could be higher institution of learning, it could be higher relationships, it could be a higher spiritual connectedness. But we're going to see what this says. Let's see, giraffe. My beautiful Virgos. Let's see what this giraffe talking about for y'all, babes. Let's see. Okay. It says, let me do this. Okay, here we go. This is your guidance for this giraffe card. It says, when you receive this card of higher wisdom, it suggests that you look beyond the limitations of your current circumstances and situations. Continue to fulfill your daily commitments and responsibilities diligently while you explore your life from a higher perspective. You may then see things very differently. Internal change inevitably follows, and this is automatically reflected in your world. You are also asked to tune into your home planet in sleep or meditation and to connect to a ray of truth so that you can understand the true wisdom of your soul. Giraffe wisdom reminds you to act graciously with dignity, serenity, and balance at all times. And this will enable you to fulfill your dreams and your destiny. Stand in your power as a point of light. Let me tell you something. I'm telling you, Spirit is telling you, you have the ability to be this powerful presence. You being timid about it, and I don't know why. I don't know if it's, I think you're fearful of what the response from other people will be, but it doesn't matter because Spirit say all this stuff is working out in your favor anyway. I'm going to get one of these Divine Beloved cards, and then I'll get your angel numbers and we'll be done. Thank you, Archangel, answer Spirit guides. What prayer? Okay, you got two messages here, Virgo. Spirit is on your side, my loves. So it says Spirit. Now you just had this one that says stand in your power as a point of light. And then you got the one card that says Spirit, I am filled with light. Look at that. That's that confidence. That sacral chakra is the confidence, baby. Solar plexus and sacral. Change me, Divine Beloved, into one who knows my spirit is eternal and ageless. Let me release old ideas of constriction and limitation. My whole being is filled with joy, energy, and beauty as a vessel for the divine Shakti. Okay, let's see what this second one says. It says, beauty. I am a spark of divinity. Isn't that pretty? Okay. It says, change me, Divine Beloved, into one who knows without question my own beauty, worthiness, and desirability. Let me remember constantly who I am. Love itself in a temporary human form. That's exactly who you are. Now, you're that because you can help other people. And that's fine. But that's where this balance comes in at here. Being in divine balance with how I extend myself to others, okay? All right, let's get you some angel numbers. And be on the lookout for these numbers. You had double fives that showed up here. That was about it. You had double fives. We're still 5 and 5 is 10, which is just new beginning. And so you have the number 25. Virgo, this is perfect for y'all. I am intelligent. Y'all are brilliant. You are brilliant. You always are. Most Virgos that I know are wise beyond their years. They are brilliant. They really are. This says I am intelligent. You have a great ability to take in and process information on both conscious and subconscious levels. Curiosity is endless, and your desire to dive deep into a variety of subjects will bring you an immense awareness of the world. So this is that keep learning, keep growing. Like I said, that Hierophant energy here. And there was another card here that talked about you learning. learning more about something. Yeah. So let's see what else you get. So 2 and 5 is 7. Let's see. Thank you, Archangel, Ancestor, Spirit Guides. What additional messages do you have for my lovely Virgos? What do they need to see? Let me get a couple more of these. As they are moving into this new moon energy, this new cycle, this new year, this new season, and this 12-12 portal. One more for my lovely Virgos, please, and thank you. All right, let's see. Maybe no more. Thank you, Archangel, Ancestor, Guides. What additional messages do you have? All right, maybe they don't have any more for you, Virgo. All right, we're going to go with these two. So, number 1, I am innovative. You are a self-starter with very innovative ways of creating opportunity. Your determination and endurance are powerful and will help you get through rough times and reach success. Okay? Innovative. New ideas, because you got this Ace of Swords out here for new ideas. And then you got the number 15, I am wise. All of this stuff aligns with you. All of these numbers are aligned with you. Your love for others is powerful and you are able to spread your gift of support far and wide. Your curious and social nature brings you in contact with a variety of people, all who would benefit from your warm, heartfelt words of wisdom. This confirms who you are as a person. But like I said, Spirit is asking you, how do I balance that? How do I balance that so that people are not taking advantage of me? How do I embody this Queen of Cups where I'm only giving from my overflow? I'm not overextending myself to the point where I'm 10 of Wands and burdening myself. Okay? All right, Virgo, this is what I have for you. I hope that it resonates. Do like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next.